Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In the Dirt, right here on YouTube. My name is Tim Baltz. Glad you could join us here once again. We got an action-packed show here this week, but of course, we got a lot of great sponsors that we want to talk about that have been with us here in 2023. First of all, Disaster RX DKI, Rito Acres Campground, Draper Doors, and Alexandria Home Hardware. Well, as I mentioned, we got a lot of racing results in this week. We're going to come right back and check those out, and of course, some drivers did some pretty outstanding things over the last week or so. You're not going to want to miss it. Stick around. We'll come right back. You're watching In the Dirt.
Rito Acres is the place to be.
Rito Acres Campground is taking reservations for fall and the 2024 camping season now. Kingston's best camping destination with overnight camping available all fall. Fall is a beautiful time to come camp at the gated community in historic Kingston, Ontario. And it's never too early to book your favorite site for the 2024 camping season. Just 10 minutes to downtown Kingston and 1 kilometer off the 401. Great fall fishing on Colonel by Lake, part of the world-famous Rideau Canal water system of lakes and locks. Contact RitoAcres.com or 613-546-2711.
Well, we're back right here once again on In the Dirt. And again, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate that support this season. Well, as we talked about, a whole bunch of racing results to get through, a lot of midweek shows and a lot of big shows during the week. So let's get right down to it. First of all, the Brockville, Ontario Speedway, the Dirt Car 358 modified checkered flag to Ryan Arbuthnot, his fourth win of the season. Jonathan Ferguson was second, followed by Lance Willix. In the Dirt Car Sportsman division, Brennan Moore held off Quebec invader William Racine to claim his first Brockville victory. Bobby Harrington finished third. Action Sprint Tour National Series, a career day for Matt Billings, picking up his first ever series win over Adam Turner and Josh Verne Jr. Nathan Lambert was victorious in Novice Sportsman, while Dan Cook collected the mini stock checkered flag. Lee Ladisser, he was crowned the 2023 Trailer Pro Canada Crate Sprint Car Champion. Can-Am Speedway, we were off on Friday night, but we'll be back this coming Friday with a full program. Mohawk, they rained out on Friday night as well. They'll be back this coming weekend. Brighton Speedway, the Canadian Mod division on Saturday night, it was Sean Gregory picking up the victory. Tommy Bailey in the Comp 4 division, Steve Baldwin in crate late models, Caleb Severin collected the victory in mini stocks, and Justin Ramsey was victorious, the first of his 2 wins this week in Thunderstock action. Cornwall Speedway, Gage Moran, his second feature win of the season over Kerry Terrance and Steve Bernier. Sportsman checkered flag to Brian Preville. He finished 5th at Brockville. DQ'd at the scale, or actually he was DQ'd because he did not go to the tech inspection area, did not make that mistake on Sunday night at Cornwall. He collected the checkered flag and went right to tech first things first. Shane Stearns and Josh Jock were the top 3 there. Jocelyn Waugh was victorious in Pro Stock. Lee Ladisser in the Action Sprint Tour E-Series over Adam Turner and Andrew Hennessy. Antoine Dumichel in the mini stocks. Novice Sportsman had the night off. Autodrome Granby, they were rained out on Friday night, as was the RPM Speedway. Autodrome Drummond in Quebec, they were off, but they're coming back this weekend. Airborne Speedway, their double feature show on the Wednesday night was rained out. That show has officially been canceled. We'll talk more about what's going on this week at Airborne later on. Albany Saratoga Speedway, Adam Pearson is on a roll over there, his 3rd win of the season in Dirt Car Big Block Modified over Mike Mahaney and Matt DiLorenzo. Dirt Car Sportsman, it was Andrew Buff and Tim Hartman, the twin bill there, and Mike Parody and Nick Arnold in Limited Sportsman. Kim Duell was victorious in Pro Stock, David Frame in 4-cylinder, and Patrick Cram Jr. in the Street Stock feature. Barrage Speedway in Vermont, the Dirt Car Sportsman checkered flag to Max Dolliver over there. Dirt Car Sportsman Coops went to Jason Horniak. Nikki Ouellette in the Extreme Dirt Car Midget division. Todd Dunham in late models. Andrew Fitzgerald in Stockers, and Spencer Bailey in the Ridge Runner division. Utica Rome Speedway, they had the Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions Sprint Car Series there, and what a big night it was for Danny Varon. Yes, the driver of the Empire Super Sprint 01 put a 410 between the pipes and went to victory lane for the first time in a 410 sprint over Zeb Wise and Tyler Courtney. Big Block Modified feature went to Stuart Friesen that night over Justin Wright and Tim Fuller. Matt Janzik was victorious in Sportsman, and Luke Horning victorious again in the Pro Stock division. Brewerton Speedway, they were rained out for their regular Friday night program, but they had the Super Dirt Car Series as part of the Summer Fast Series over there on Monday night. and it was Matt Williamson passing Matt Shepard on the last lap for the win, with Tim Sears Jr. ending up in third. Dirt Car Pro Stock Series opener, Luke Horning having a great week, picking up a victory over Pete Stefanski and Josh Coonrad. Fulton Speedway, they were off this past Saturday night, rained out for their Summer Fast show. That event will not be made up. The Lebanon Valley Speedway Dirt Car Big Block Modified checkered flag to Colby Schrader, his first of the season there. Brett Haas and J.R. Hefner, the top three. 358 Modified feature win to Ryan Larkin over L.J. Lombardo and Andy Bicchetti. Sportsman Twin Bill to Tim Hartman Jr. and Kevin Ward. Budget Sportsman to Mike Arnold and Connor Crane. Dirt Car Pro Stock, Chad Jessio with another victory there over Tom Dean and Zach Sorrentino. Jeff Meltz was victorious in the Pure Stock division. Land of Legends Raceway, they finished off Summerfast this past week, and the big winner, Super Matt Shepard, he picked up the victory and a second straight Summerfast championship over Mike Mahaney and Jack Lehner. Dirt Car Sportsman Series, Andrew Buff is on a roll, 2 in a row in the championship tour over Matt Janzik and Mike Fowler. 358 Modified checkered flag at the Merrittville Speedway on Saturday night to veteran Freddie Carlton picking up the win over Scott Wood and Pete Bicknell. Dirt Car Sportsman Division to James Friesen over Matt Sharp and Cody McPherson. Alex Riley was victorious in 4-cylinder, Joe Isabel in the Mod Lights, and Dave Bailey in the Hoosier Stock Division. Big night at the Glenridge Motorsports Park. The Dirt Car 358 Modified checkered flag, 4th of the season for Lance Willix over there. William August was second, followed by Brian Calabrese. Dirt Car Sportsman Series, Andrew Buff, yet again, second straight series win there over Nick Root and Tyler Stevenson. Dirt Car Pro Stock checkered flag to Luke Horning again. That's his third win of the week over Ivan Joslin and Chuck McSpirit. Zach Graham in Limited Sportsman. Jay Ingersoll in Mini Stocks. The All-Star Slingshots went to Dan Ballard and Bodie Marks in the Junior Slingshot Division. Genesee Speedway, they had the Sportsman Division over there, and Brett Senek went to Victory Lane over Phil Vignari III and Adam Hilton. Rush Late Models to David Pangrazio. Novice Sportsman to Dylan Adamczak. Byron DeWitt in Street Stock, and Eric Weiss in the Mini Stock Division. Ransomville Speedway, Gary Lindbergh is back in Victory Lane at the Big R over Chad Brockman and Matt Williamson. The Southern Ontario Sprint Car Series, Liam Martin, career win number 1 in the 360 division there over Mitch Brown and DJ Christie. Brandon Sherwood in Street Stock, Jim Forrester in Novice Sportsman, and Chris Leone took home the Mini Stock checkered flag. Thunder Mountain Speedway, Big Block Modified feature win to Eric Lead over Rusty and Darren Smith. Dirt Car Sportsman, 4th of the season for Jordan Millard over Gordon Smith and Bob Sweeney. Tom Donahue was victorious in the 600cc Modified division. Mike Morris in Factory Stock, Dylan Hartman in Rookie Sportsman, Gene Sharpstein in the Street Stock division. Few more racing results to get to. As I mentioned, it's an action-packed show here today. Of course, Devil's Bowl Speedway in Vermont, they had twin bills. Twin features for all divisions on August the 20th. Sportsman Modified checkered flags to Josh Masterson and Tanner Simmons. Limited Sportsman Gary English and Steve Miller. Eric Shaw and Ed Bell in Novice Sportsman. Micro Sprints Raymond Hansen and Kevin Smith. And the Crown Vic division went to Norm Morrill and Rob Steele. And one single feature for the mini stocks, I should add, Jake Barrows was the winner there. Mohawk Valley Vintage Dirt Modified features at the Devil's Bowl Speedway went to Merv Blackwell, Carl Cram, Matt Mosier, Don Briggs, and Jack Miller. Ohsweken Speedway, they had NASCAR night on Monday and scheduled for Tuesday, but moved to Wednesday because of weather. The NASCAR Pinty Series was there for a 100-lap contest Monday. Kenny Schrader, 68 years young, went to Victory Lane over Kevin Lacroix and DJ Kennington. Stuart Friesen was 6th. Modified standout David Hebert came back and finished 13th. Southern Ontario Sprint Car Series, what a couple of days for Mike Bowman. Winner on Monday with the SOS Series, and backed that up later on that night with an Action Sprint Tour West Series victory in the Crate division. He wasn't done there. We went there on Wednesday night, the Pinty Series. It was Trayton Lapsevich picking up the win. Mike Bowman did it again, picking up the Southern Ontario Sprint Car Series and the Action Sprint Tour West Series checkered flags. 4 wins in 2 days for Mike Bowman. Very impressive. Orange County Fair Speedway was the 104th celebration night for the hard clay, and Tyler Jastrzębowski edged out superstar Brett Hearn for the checkered flag over Danny Creedon, who finished in 3rd. Rookie Sportsman went to Willis Mann, and the Sportsman checkered flags to John Backhorn and Brian Crummell. Humberstone Speedway, our final result of this show today. We've got the Dirt Car 358 Modified Pete Costco Memorial, and Eric Rudolph was in victory lane over Gary Lindbergh and Todd Gordon. Jordan Costco in the Sportsman Division. Justin Ramsey, his second win of the week. He won at Brighton on Saturday, backed it up with a win on Sunday at Humberstone. Joe Isabel, his second Mod Light win of the weekend, and Alex Riley in the Mini Stock Division. Well, again, that is all the racing results we have. I told you we had a lot to come here on our show. Stick around. There's a lot of racing action coming up this week at your local short track. A lot of midweek shows and a lot of big weekend shows as well. Stick around. Come right back. You're watching In the Dirt.
Draper Doors is your garage door and retractable screen experts. For sales, service, and installation of garage doors, electric door openers, retractable screens, or custom doors, it's Draper Doors. Draper Doors offers 24-hour service at 613-544-2269. If you're replacing your garage door of any size, call for a quote today at 613-544-2269. Remember, call Draper Doors if you can't get it up. Alexandria Home Hardware is your home and garden headquarters. Come in for all our fall deals of both inside and outside your home, your office, or your new building project. We've got lumber, and right now it's at the lowest price in a long time. Be sure to check our home hardware savings flyer every week for price saving specials. Come into our garden center and see the huge selection of fall deals. Our friendly staff is here to assist you for all your shopping at Alexandria Home Hardware. Don't forget you can shop 24 hours a day online at Home Hardware.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, right here on In the Dirt. Again, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate that support this season. Well, as we talked about before we went to break, we have got a ton of races that are coming up, a lot of midweek shows, and a lot of big races coming up this weekend as well. So pay attention. There'll be a quiz at the end of the show about this. Coming up first, the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. Big night of racing at the Boss. 8 feature races. The Ogilvy's Triple Crown Series round number 2 will take place for the Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman. Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club will be there, the 50s and 60s and the 70s and 80s classes. Eastern Ontario Mini Stock Showdown Series will take place. The PM Promotion Dirt Car Pro Stocks are there, Novice Sportsman, and the Street Stocks. Street Stocks are going to crown a track champion as well. Of course, new start times. Gates will open at 4 p.m. for the spectator gates. Hot laps will be at 5 o'clock, and the first heat race goes green at 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Keep that in mind, 6 o'clock, not the standard start time of 7 at Brockville this coming Saturday night. K&M Speedway, we're back with a full program of Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman. Also, our Novice Sportsman will be in attendance along with the Crate Sprint Cars and Thunder Cars as well. Racing gets underway at 7 o'clock over there, and the Dirt Car Pro Stocks are in action with us over at K&M. Mohawk International Raceway, it's the Farnham Ale and Lager Pro Stock Series there, plus the 358 Modifieds. The Mini Stocks will be there, and the Novice Sportsman. It's also Family Autograph Night. So if you want to take a couple of hero cards down and get some autographs with your favorite drivers, do that at Mohawk this coming Friday night at 7 o'clock. Cornwall Speedway, a couple of big shows this week. Thursday night, $10,000 to win in the Fat Less Chip Stand Canadian National Series. Also, the Sportsman Division will be on hand, and the Pro Stocks as well. Racing gets underway at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday night. They're coming right back with a regular show on Sunday night as well, and it is Fan Appreciation Night over there at Cornwall. Also, the Street Stocks will be there with the Eastern Ontario Vintage. The Speedsters will be in action, plus the Sportsman and Pro Stock, all going to be there with racing starting at 6:30. Brighton Speedway, the Canadian Modified Division will be in action along with Thunder Stocks, Comp 4, Mini Stocks, and the Stingers, plus the minivans are back. That's always exciting. Racing starts over there at 7 o'clock at Brighton. Airborne Speedway, 2 big races there this week. First of all, Wednesday, August the 23rd, 7 o'clock start time. Heat races for the Street Stocks will kick things off, and then we'll go right into feature racing for the Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman. The Renegades will be on hand, and the Limited Sportsman as well. Airborne Speedway back for regular program on Saturday, August the 26th, and it's backpack giveaway night at the Speedway. Dirt Car Sportsman, Street Stocks, Renegades, and the Limited Sportsman all on hand at 7 o'clock. Autodrome Granby, the Empire Super Sprints, the first of a twin bill for them in Quebec this weekend, plus the 358 Modified, Sportsman, the Future Sportsman, Junior and Senior Slingshot divisions as well. Racing starts at 7 o'clock in Granby. Autodrome Drummond, the Empire Super Sprints are back in town once again for night number 2, along with the Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman. Lightning Sprints will be on the card as well. Racing starts there at 5:30 p.m., so mark that down as well, 5:30 over at Drummond. RPM Speedway, they are off. They have a triple header weekend coming up September 28th through the 30th. We'll have more on those shows in later in the dirt shows as well. Brewerton Speedway, it is championship night over there for the 4-cylinders and the mod lights. It's also a full program for the Dirt Car Big Block Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman. Racing starts at Brewerton at 7 o'clock. Huge night of racing at the Fulton Speedway. Double features for the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds with sail panels. That's always a good show. Plus double features for the hobby stocks. The Dirt Car Sportsman will be there. The Novice Sportsman. They're going to have boat races as well. And, of course, another night of backpack giveaways. You're not going to want to miss that. Racing starts over there at 7 o'clock as well. Oshweekon Speedway, the Action Sprint Tour West Series will be back in town, along with the Northeast Late Model Alliance, Thunder Stocks and Mini Stocks, with racing starting over there at 7 o'clock. Devil's Bowl Speedway, 40 laps for the Sportsman Modifieds, and it's a win in your in show for the Vermont 200. The winner of the 40-lapper gets a guaranteed spot into the Vermont 200 later this season. Limited and Novice Sportsman will be on the card, plus mini sprints and mini stocks, and a 50-lap enduro will highlight the card. Racing starts at 7 o'clock. Glen Ridge Speedway will have a full show there, plus the Dirt Car Pro Stock Series is going to be in town with racing starting at 6 o'clock. Merrittville Speedway, a second night for the Action Sprint Tour West Series, plus the 358 Modifieds and Dirt Car Sportsman. Hoosier Stocks, Mod Lights, and 4-cylinders will be on the card, and it also have a demonstration with the Pro Rider FMX Series. That's always a fun time as well. Racing gets underway there at 7 p.m. Genesee Speedway, the Gene DeWitt Memorial Race will take place, along with the Rush Late Models, Sportsman, Mini Stocks, Bandits, Novice, Street Stocks, and the Sharp Mini Late Model Racers will be on hand. Action-packed card at Genesee with racing starting at 6 o'clock. Thunder Mountain Speedway, I made a mistake last week of saying it was championship night. It is actually championship night this week, so the track titleist will be crowned at Thunder Mountain Speedway this coming Saturday night. Racing starts at 7 o'clock. Ransomville Speedway, the Super Dirt Car Series Summer Nationals for the Big Block Modifieds will be on hand, plus the Dirt Car Sportsman Series. Racing starts over there at 6:15. If you can't make it to the Big R, we'll be live on Dirt Vision as well. Rain date is August the 23rd. There is no racing for Ransomville Speedway regulars this coming Friday night. Land of Legends, it's double point and championship night for the Big Block Modifieds, plus the Dirt Car Sportsman and 305 Sprints, Hobby Stocks, Street Stocks, and the new Legend Sportsman, and another night of backpack giveaways as well. Racing starts at 6:30. Lebanon Valley, it's Halloween in August. Trick or treat meet and greet with all kids who show up. They get in for free if you wear a costume. So, wear your costume and get in for free to see the races at the Valley this weekend. 6 divisions of racing starting at 6 o'clock as well. Bear Ridge Speedway, they'll have the Scone Series. The Sprint Cars of New England will be on hand, plus the Dirt Car Sportsman and a 4- and 6-cylinder Enduro. Kids' bike races will be on hand, and it'll be a benefit for the Bradford Bulldogs as well. 6 o'clock start time over at Bear Ridge. Some of the big series for Dirt Car Northeast, of course, we mentioned the Super Dirt Car Series. They'll have the Summer Nationals at the Ransomville Speedway, plus the Dirt Car Sportsman Series. Dirt Car 358 Modified Series gets underway at Can-Am in just a few weeks' time on September the 8th, along with the John Burr Memorial for the Dirt Car Sportsman. Speaking of the Dirt Car Sportsman Series, the championship tour continues on. Can Andrew Buff continue his hot streak and possibly get 3 in a row at the Big R? That all remains to be seen on August the 22nd. The Central Region, speaking of Andrew Buff, the Central Region is now complete, and Andrew Buff is the 2023 Series champion, so it's all about the championship tour from here on through to Brockville in October for the Dirt Car Sportsman Series. Dirt Car Pro Stocks, we talked about them. Of course, they were at Brewerton this past week, and Luke Horning picked up the series opener. He'll look for 2 in a row on home turf on Sunday, August the 27th at the Glen Ridge Motorsports Park. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our show, and it was full of results and full of upcoming events as well. We hope you enjoyed it. Of course, we want to thank some of our great sponsors before we close out tonight. Of course, Disaster RX DKI, Rito Acres Campground, Draper Doors, and Alexandria Home Hardware. Well, I got my Super Dirt Car Series shirt on. I'll be watching the Summer Nationals from the Ransomville Speedway live on Dirt Vision. If you can't make it, hopefully you can watch it too. And be sure to support all the local racing action that is going on at your favorite short track coming up this week and this weekend. You've been watching In the Dirt. My name is Tim Baltz. Again, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We'll see you next week. You've been watching our program right here on In the Dirt.